Well, first I should explain that Doctor Who is a British science fiction television show. It's been on the air now for over 23 years. It's about this mysterious character known only as the Doctor. He's a Time Lord from the planet Gallifrey, and he travels through time and space, getting involved in other people's affairs and occasionally saving the universe, or at least the planet Earth. The Zombie Legions is a three-part Doctor Who episode done entirely by Doctor Who fans. Everybody involved volunteered their time, and we shot it in bits and pieces over most of 1986. The Zombie Legions is written by Perry Lake, produced by Rick Halleck, and it's directed by me, and I also portray the Doctor. Our version of the Doctor is his fourth incarnation, the one played by Tom Baker in the real show. And it actually fits into the Doctor Who continuity after season 16, which is known as the Key to Time sequence, and before season 17, at the beginning of which the character Romana regenerates. But Romana doesn't actually appear in this story that we did because we didn't have anybody who could play her. And so we sort of wrote around her.
Charming. Rather like Calufrax, or the dark side of the moon. It's a shame Romana's in the library. What do you think, K9?
K9 is the Doctor's robot companion dog. And we had two of them that we used in the project. One of them only appears in a few shots. It's the radio-controlled model built by Jason Dumars. The one that appears in most of the shots is our stunt double, if you like, built out of wood. And he's not very maneuverable at all. He tends to drift off course at really strange times. In fact, in one scene, I'm walking down a hill with my alien companion, Gillick Gillis. And he starts to drift, and I saw that he was starting to drift, and the only way to get him back on the course was to kick him in the side a bit. Gillick Gillis is the Doctor's companion in this story. They don't get along too well at first, but they later learn to cooperate out of necessity, really. Gillick is played by Erlinda Siller, and she did a great job acting in a really tough spot because she has this incredibly uncomfortable costume to wear. It's completely covered in latex rubber. In fact, parts of that costume are still sticking to doors, walls, and various household appliances. And also, it was hard for her to express herself because her face was completely covered by the costume. But luckily, she has a real good sense of body language.
What's E-chamber?
Don't you know? E stands for execution.
Don't take me anywhere. I'm not going. Here, take this too. Yeah, let's see you try to get me now.
I don't think it'd be a proper episode of Doctor Who if you didn't have the Doctor being chased around by somebody. And I do get to do my fair share of running here. The main villain, the evil Morgana Drolla, played by Mary Suver, activates a device that makes almost everyone on the planet obey her every command. And so, of course, she commands them to go find the Doctor. Now, the funny thing about these scenes is that there just aren't enough science fiction fans in Chico to form a decent crowd scene. So in order to get a crowd, we filmed at a science fiction convention in San Jose, TimeCon 86. And this was a lot of fun. Everyone who showed up took directions real well. We didn't have to do too many retakes, and we got a lot of work done in a very short time.
Oh, my.
We did put a few things in this show that you probably couldn't put in a real Doctor Who episode because they're just too silly. For instance, we've already established that the Doctor has a lot of things in his coat. So there is a scene where a guard comes over and tells him to turn out his pockets. Now, the way we shot this scene is as I would reach into my coat, somebody off camera would feed me things to pull out. So I never knew what was coming next. In fact, there's one spot where I pull out a candelabra. Now, when we were audio dubbing this scene, I and Rudy Minger, the one playing the guard in the scene, were ad-libbing things to put in. And there comes a spot where I pull out a can of a major brand of soft drink, and I say, the choice of a new regeneration, I'm sure. People have asked me if I would encourage them to go out and shoot their own movie like we did. And I'd say, as long as you keep a proper sense of perspective about it. I mean, this is only an amateur production done in spare time and just for fun. You will learn by doing a lot of the reasons things are done the way they are in TV and movies. But as long as you don't start going at each other's throats when things don't just go quite right, well, then you'll be all right. If you have a group of people willing to put in the time, and you have a good story, and you have the equipment, sure, by all means, go out and do it.
Hi, Hi there. I'm Prince Gilligillick the Fly-Let the Mark. On our planet, we have but one model. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil, and have no fun.
But if you do want to have some fun, be sure to watch the Zombie Legions, coming soon to a planet near you.